But we're going to Daniel, third chapter of Daniel, and there's these three guys are different from everybody else. Their diet is different, their attitude's different, their character's different. And the whole reason for this thing is to destroy these three men. And in Daniel 3:6, whosoever falleth not down in worship shall the same hour be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. When you go back to Jesus being led into the wilderness, the very thing was this same enemy wanted to steal his worship. If you'll bow down and worship me. And before you worship the enemy, you got to quit worshiping the Lord. And I wish somebody could get a hold of that. Mm-hmm. You just don't one day go to church living for the Lord, and then the next day you just giving praise to drinking and drugs and ungodly lifestyle. First, you got to quit worshiping the Lord, and the devil is after somebody's worship today. I don't know if it's financial trouble in your church, in your home, your children, your health, your finances, but the devil's setting somebody up, and he's coming after your worship. And God sent these two preachers into your life to tell you, make up your mind, live or die, sink or swim. I will not sell out my worship. I will not quit worshiping the King. Jesus died for me when I'm in a storm. He died for me when I'm on the mountain. He's still the one that died for me. When I feel victory, he's the one that died for me. When I'm discouraged, he's the one that died for me. When I'm feeling joy overflowing, he's the one that's died for me. When depression and oppression is struggling against my mind and I'm fighting the devil with everything I got, Jesus is still the one who died for me. My emotions have nothing to do with it. My feelings have nothing to do with it. He's a king that's worthy to be praised. And somebody needs to make up their mind right now. Right in your home, you ought to break out and lift your hands up, begin to wave your hands and dance before the Lord. I will bless the Lord. You'll not steal my shout. You'll not steal my worship. I don't have to have a piano. I don't have to have a drum. I can praise him by myself. I can bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. But in Daniel 3:8, and whosoever falleth not down in worship shall the same hour be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. And somebody, you've faced a lot of stuff in your life. I don't know whether you've lost a loved one. I don't know what your storm is, but we're leaving this room and I'm going into somebody's life and speaking to somebody now. Hell's after you. It's more than getting you out of church. It's more than just getting you away from God. He's trying to steal your worship. Make up your mind. God has sent this broadcast into your life today to fight for your worship. Therefore, at that time when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, when they heard all this, that they had to fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar, the king, had set up. Wherefore at that time they came near and they accused the Jews. The enemy's accusing some of you right now. And he's not just accusing you to others, he's accusing you in your mind. God's not been faithful to you. Your prayers have not been answered. Your situation didn't turn around. If God's so good, Shadrach, why are you down here kidnapped away from home? Meshach, if God's so good, why don't he just stand up and blow the fire out? The devil's accusing some of you. He's accuser of the brethren. But you got to make up your mind. When I understand God, I'm going to praise him. When he's silent, I'm going to praise him.